Welcome into a new week of WTA round. We got Drahuska and Semaph here for a sandbox match. So I'll let drag them in quickly and let's figure out the format. Hey Drahuska. Hey Semaph.
Yo.
Yo. So you haven't tried the new update from reading a chat?
Didn't test it yet.
Squeegee skips are much different in this update, so it's a little bit tough to do speed tilts. But yeah. Have you tried out the sandbox at all?
Tiny bit.
Tiny bit, okay.
No, you can adjust number of marbles, difficulty, tiles. And...
Yeah. How about you, Drahuska? How are you going?
So and so. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Trying to figure out the difficulties. Did you guys want to experiment or just stick with my recommended difficulty 7 with 10 tiles?
7 and 10 sounds good.
Yeah, so that difficulty 7 is the one that adds drop corners. So it's the one that gives you all the skippies. And then 10 tiles is just how long the difficulty normally is. So I think it works out nicely.
Then we both have to do random?
Yeah, so basically the rule will be you hit random. We'll do a new random once we hit the time, but hit random for now just to see the level.
So if we hit random now?
Yeah, if you just hit random now, you'll see the level generate. And then when you hit random again, it will generate a new random level. You can see the buttons on the right side. And so you do it again.
We can wait till we have a nice level?
Preferably not. I would prefer if you didn't just re-randomize. I don't think it's that worthwhile for this format, but in theory, that's a possibility. And then technically, we can also do viewers. They won't get points, but you can drop viewer marbles with a 10-minute active chatter system. So if people type in chat,
if we go to viewers,
and you click viewers,
yeah,
it will just drop viewers and then have you go. I didn't realize you could drop with less than 3 viewers. I guess if that happens, just swap to bots and then go through the level. But I'll still look out and try to be honest with getting 3 marbles to the end. But yeah, so
how can I drop?
I just re-click viewers. It's active chatter, so there's no like play. Let me activate shared chat, and then we can play across all the streams.
I can't even drop. I can't even drop at my own.
Can you just hit play viewers again?
Oh, there. Yeah.
There. Drahuska is lacking marbles though. The chat hasn't gotten. Oh wait, I tried to plat to get into Drahuska's and didn't go. Okay, there we go. But yeah, so once you finish the level won't automatically re-randomize. So once you finish it, you'll have to randomize it again.
So you can directly continue?
Yeah, so you'll have to click random and then click viewers again, basically at the start of each level. But other than that, it should be fairly straightforward. You'll get into the flow of it fairly quickly, I hope.
Jealous at Drahuska start.
Pardon?
I'm jealous at Drahuska's start.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, there's no way to like see the RNG of all the levels, so you just gotta deal with what you get. But yeah, for anyone watching that wants to understand the format, we'll be doing these random levels in difficulty 7 with 10 tiles in each. I'll give them 40 minutes to try and complete as many of them as they can, and we'll see who has done more by the end. I guess there's no point having the stats thing on the screen at the bottom, but it is what it is, I guess. There's no stats. We don't got any like stats at the top of the screen in this mode. It's all clean. Anyway. Do you guys think you're ready? You guys got the format?
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. If you got any questions, you feel free to unmute and ask me because you're both pretty good with staying muted during the match. So I'll just leave it up to both of you. And I'm pretty sure both of you like listening to the commentary. So I think it works
Yeah,
out
I'll
with
mute
this one.
myself.
Yeah. All right. Are you ready, Semaph?
I am.
Are you ready,
I guess.
Drahuska?
Ready?
Okay, we're gonna do a new randomization as you hit start, Semaph. Just letting you know. You don't actually get these levels.
So we need to start at start?
Yeah. You'll hit random and then click viewers again. All right.
When you say start.
When I say start, yeah.
Okay, got it.
3, 2, 1,
Good luck.
go. Best of luck, both of you. Alrighty. Let's see what they got. They got S-curve going for Drahuska, and Semaph got an egg basket to start. Drahuska's got the squeegee. She could have gone around it with a bit of an annoying wait. Either way. And Semaph with the cradle straight through, dropping down to 4 marbles already. With a zebra jump to the textile, see how he goes. Nicely using the sidewall to regroup. Drahuska getting a nice straight line here with a rhythm section to go. Tall bars don't open nicely for her, but Drahuska swings around to the left side. Semaph going through the Z bridge up into the hooks left to right. Drahuska navigating the tall bars. Corner skip for Semaph getting only 2 marbles through, so that level does not count, unfortunately. Going to the next level, he re-randomizes and goes on. Drahuska coming down the triple slopes into the staircase with 4 marbles for the looks of it. Getting through, that gets a level for Drahuska. New level starting for Drahuska. I think that's Semaph. Poco suddenly now joining because I can hear his breathing.
Yep, I'm here. I heard we like ASMR, so I'm just here breathing.
Not everyone likes
Tells it.
ASMR, but it actually turns a lot of people off streams, but you can believe that, Poco.
Well, I mean, keyboard ASMR is pretty popular apparently.
It is a form of ASMR. Alright, so coming down the triple slope. Drahuska going for the drop corner, skipped out as well. Into the corner, Drahuska scuffs, unfortunately. Semaph coming with the triple slopes here.
Question for you. I have a question for you from the YouTube AI. It wants to know that if ultra-wide monitors provide a competitive advantage for complex levels.
We'll get to see that later because I'm pretty sure Papa Smack has an ultra wide monitor, so maybe that will be the deciding difference between
Okay.
him and Ferndog in their match next.
So are we saying that the YouTube AI might be onto something?
It actually is the opposite. Ultra wide gives you less zoom out. You want like a thin monitor because the cap on your zoom is based on the width of the monitor, not the vertical height. So you actually see more with
I
a
see.
thinner monitor than a wider monitor. But
So what we
whatever.
need to do is that you need to turn your monitors vertical when you tilt.
Yeah, you could do that. That would be an option.
So we get ultra wide monitors and turn them vertical.
Yeah, I don't think you want to play that zoomed out though. Just a heads up. Also, that was only
Okay.
since I last tested it. It could be different now. You never know what Pixel's done with the camera. Alright, that's a point for Drahuska going on to 2 points now. Getting through Semaph, unfortunately, skipping again. Keep it going. Alright, remember to drop everyone. Keeping your plays in so they keep their marble count up.
You just need to say something in chat and it will keep
Anything
them
in
up.
chat, but obviously you could just type play like everyone normally does. But yeah, that's at 36 minutes in, so we need to do another one at 26. But for now, they're getting through. Drahuska in the star. Semaph coming up the hill into a corner. Diagonal and clock for Drahuska. Sliding bridge for Semaph. Weaving through. Got a bit of an awkward vents here because they didn't time out, but he managed to get around. Drahuska with the squeegee. Straight through the middle. And then the window room causing a little bit of issues. Hopefully she can get some together, and Semaph finishing off another level. That's his second one there. On a new level for Semaph. Drahuska gets her 3 back together in the window room. It's actually, I'm both surprised at so many scuffs and also not surprised at so many scuffs, because this format, because the punishment for scuffing is just you go back to the start of the level. It's not as bad to go for risky strats, but it's like, oh my god, they keep scuffing or taking huge risks. This Drahuska getting a 3rd level in. Semaph coming through the squeegee. Now got a drop corner skip. Surely he can survive this. Is it the camera for Drahuska? Could be. The camera being a bit wonky. Semaph getting one as well, so they're both on 3. Semaph starting a new level with sidesteps to start. Drahuska with a bit of a hammer hit, but gets through with a nice group. To a drop corner skip here to the ridge tile. Sidesteps for Semaph. Drahuska splashing through into that window room. Again, 3 miles on the
wait,
side.
apparently there's a specific frame rate for perfect jump timing.
You can jump?
Apparently that's what the AI says. Apparently there is, if you have your screen at 144 hertz, you can get jumps out of it by analyzing frame to frame latency.
If anything, lower frame rates would give more jumps than higher frame rates. Somehow it is exact opposite of correct every single time. And
I mean, if it's the AI, it makes
even
sense
saying it's
to be the
correct is a
opposite.
stretch. I'm just saying the direction is indicating it would be wrong based on how the game works. Higher frame rates reduce jump
Look,
height because it reduces the amount of offset in frames. All right, Semaph gets another one.
I feel like if Pixel actually used the AI to build the game, I don't think we'd have a game.
Well, no, it's just Pixel's AI has a lot better context about the game than Google's AI, because Google AI has literally 0, so it's just trying to guess random mumbo jumbo about game-related topics. But Pixel actually provides his AI with proper context.
Yeah, it's a shocker.
I'm not saying it's
Apparently, there's
always
also
going
a
to be
new July
correct.
4th firework map.
What?
No, I'm just there's a new July 4th firework map apparently,
Oh,
according to
right.
the AI as well. Apparently, there are explosive launch pads to maintain velocity through the fireworks.
Interesting. That's Drahuska taking another level. Semaph a bit of a stall there. Marvel's running ahead, so he cleans it up and he's now going. The thing with the camera is that Semaph didn't actually have to kill the front marbles. He could have just taken the back group through and would have been fine doing that, but instead he waits for the front marbles to die. That's, I guess, a difference between the new cameras and stuff, but Semaph doesn't have level as well, and they're both on 5 now.
But would the new cameras make a launch pad type of, I guess, tile viable in tilts? So, like, you know how you have the cannons and races? Like, since the camera focuses on the group, if you fed a group into a cannon, would it screw everything up?
It would still be weird. Like, I don't think that would change the weirdness of it very much. You get the same issue. Like, it would be similar to like how drop tiles work. You like exactly the same conundrum with drop tiles, because the marbles like split significantly when they drop down the tile. If you ever try to regroup 2 groups, one at the start of a drop tile and one at the end of a drop tile, you can realize that, yeah, it's already a mess when the camera just naturally gets spread. But look, again, the tiles still work, so you can't say it'd be impossible to have launches in tilts. It's just there needs to be some care taken.
I mean, we could put a egg basket like tile at the other end of the launch.
Yeah,
Just to catch all the
or the dump tile, like the catching fence from 21, but egg basket is a possibility as well. There's a few tiles that have pretty good, just send them in and hope you get into the corner. Some better than others. All right. through that cradle for Drahuska. Semaph with a staircase into Z-Bridge. See how it spreads out as it goes down. Looks fairly clean. Drahuska only gets 2. Does she have 1 on the back?
Did
One
Drahuska
marble.
just scuff?
No, she has 1 marble on the back.
Yeah, but she has it.
Semaph
Oh, she
on
does?
to 7 levels completed. I'm not sure if Drahuska would have made it in the 15 seconds if he had 15-second timers in this mode, but
There's no
doesn't matter.
timer in the
There's
Sandbox.
no timers here, so we'll count it.
It's just get as many across as you can. You don't need
Yep.
to rush the things. It's a safe format for the LT safety marbles.
You could say that in a way. Hey, Miss Goods, welcome in. Yeah, we got the Semaph Drahuska match. They're tied 7-7 right now. Drahuska Semaph sending it down the triple stairs, barely not making it straight to the bridge, so it pulls back. Drahuska going into the star up the ridge. Then the S-curve for Semaph and side steps for Drahuska.
I feel that if you see enough levels in this format, the good RNG will balance out the bad RNG between the two tilters eventually.
That's the hope. Obviously, to what extent that happens is another thing. 8 levels for both, and they finish basically side by side, so Drew's gonna make him a little bit of time there. But again, slightly better levels for her, most likely. But yeah, like that's the hope, is that if they get through enough levels, the variance in level length should mostly neutralize out. It's not guaranteed, but in most cases, it would be relatively fair. Going lower difficulties so there's less variations would also improve it. But obviously you want more variations because that's just more interesting to play, so a balance to figure out. Semaph finishing off his level nice and quickly, onto 9 levels done. Drahuska coming up. Got a quite awkward Z-Bridge combo here, so gonna have to figure it out. Semaph having to wait for the cross ramp on his. Got a few timings. Vents into Rotary Bridge as well. Bit of a nasty one. Toll bars for Drahuska. And Rotating Ridge in for Semaph. Wow, Drahuska's level's still going. Did I miss a level for Drahuska? That was a really long level. Okay, yeah. 9 levels for Drahuska there. Semaph making it through the hammer into the octagons. But yeah, that's an example. Like, Semaph got like a really fast level and Drahuska got a really slow level, and it's like, I can't do very much about that. They just gotta do the best with whatever RNG they get. Semaph scuffing there. That's a bit of time for Drahuska to catch up now. Just waiting on that drawbridge and getting through with the star. Semaph with a keyhole into a switchback. Just sending it through, splashing the bubbles around. Make sure you guys are doing your messages to make sure you're getting in. We're 27 minutes into the match now. Drahuska making it to the end of her level, taking the lead back after Semaph scuff. Semaph splashing the egg basket and then nicely goes through the bow tie. S-curve through tier 1s lets you just splash along all those walls. Drahuska through her keyhole now with a 4-lined staircase pyramid. Just gets to send it straight through. So if I were to wait up on the squeegee bar on his level, and it's Drahuska going down those triple slopes straight through. The cross ramp is holding up. Semaph drop corner skip available for Drahuska. See if she goes for it. Looks like she's making it. Nice and easy from that Z-Bridge. Semaph finishing off his level now. On to his next level as Drahuska gets through her Z-Bridge and into the 11th level as well. Drahuska's got the opportunity for a drop corner skip here, whether she goes early or late, but with the sliding ramps, you have to be a little bit careful. Thankfully, there's no holes in those difficulties, so not as dangerous as it could be if she went up a difficulty or 2. Octagons here goes. That's a way to go through those octagons.
Yeah. that is one way of doing it.
That's one way of doing them. Alrighty, Semaph
So
coming through his clock.
So do you think we'll get the turret tile fixed or a new tile altogether from Pixel at this rate?
I think turret fixed, honestly. He said that he was interested in fixing it and putting it into the sandbox, but I don't know
I mean,
what the
the
time frame
sandbox,
of that will
it
be.
would be a great place to test new tiles before he puts it into the game.
Yep. Semaph finishing off his level as well as Drahuska finishing off hers. The hooks catching Marvel on Drahuska's board. But yeah, like that's the beta test is there for catching tiles early. But yeah, in theory he could do it. He could do it as a Did Semaph pass that level? It was cleaning up. I'm guessing.
Yeah,
So
yeah, you got
I
past
think
that.
I think I already counted it though. I'm pretty sure I already counted that because that'd be significant time gain from Semaph if because I'm pretty sure I counted it and I looked over and he had bubbles on the board and it
That was a
said,
cleanup. Annoying
yeah.
level.
Yeah. I was like, that must have been a really long cleanup. Because I looked away, counted Drahuska, and then looked back, and then I'm like, so still on the same level? What? But yeah. Because it could do a incremental tile addition sequence where he adds tiles. Oh god, Drahuska's camera.
Like, this is why we need the ability to switch between the front marbles and the group.
Yeah.
But
Just like Age of Empires. Control A, Control 2, Control
Yeah.
3, and
Yeah.
remember those groups?
I mean, I think
essentially at that point, go.
I think the best
You could
example
go.
is just Rocket League's camera because it has like the two modes, like the bold camera or the car camera. And so you just toggle between the two, and it has like a little thing telling you which camera you're currently on. But yeah, I was in Pixel's last dev stream, well, the one before Community Day, and he was chatting about inputs and saying he didn't want to do new inputs when people in races were asking him to have hotkeys toggle cameras. So I think we'll have to wait for Pixel to fix up all his camera stuff because he's currently working on the cinematography cameras in races right now. But obviously, once he does that, he'll have a bit better hang of some of the stuff in hotkeys, hopefully. And so then maybe we'll get that in tilts afterwards. But yeah, it definitely would be quite useful for speed tilts specifically to be able to swap to your front marbles. But in some cases, you don't want to follow your front marbles because you could jump front marbles over walls if you're behind. But it's a thing to balance out and figure out. Oh no, Semaph. Going and getting an unfortunate scuff there.
I actually do think it would be an interesting, I guess, speed tilt metagame to just chase one ball in front and then fling all the marbles at the back to the goal.
Drahuska getting to 14. I didn't mention her 13th level, but yeah, she's gotten 2 levels since I last said anything. And Semaph's on 12 right now, with about 22 minutes left. Yeah, I mean, there was another one is doing tilts, but with a single big ball, because the big balls have such a high max speed that it's actually really hard to control them. Even just one. If you had a couple extras, it becomes very hard. Because their max speed is so high that they just run off from you. But yeah, you don't get to try out big balls too often, so I guess that's one thing you do in the sandbox. But yeah,
Big balls is difficulty 9
10.
or 8? 10.
10.
Okay.
All right, Sema finishing off a level. Wait, did Drahuska finish that level or did she scuff? I missed the goal. Okay, Drahuska did finish. I'm pretty sure she would have finished it, but I'm like, She could have also like accidentally scuffed a marble off and then just was throwing the rest off. And I was like, okay, I need to actually confirm that one. But yeah, it's an interesting one. But yeah, Big Bowl shows up at level 27, which is difficulty 10. It's a bit awkward because you could say it's like multiples of 3, but it's offset by 1. So you have to divide your number by 3, then add 1 or round it up. But like 27 divided by 3 is 9.
It was so tempting to try to write a wall there.
Yeah, there's been a couple times I've seen
The-
that and wanted to write the wall.
Difficulty 10 is also where the helping hands show up, right?
Yep, that's helping hands for you. It's helping hands.
I want more skins.
Yeah, it's true. Same Semaph. I hope that we can get, because it's supposed to be like a forest floor grass skin that's separate to the grassy tiles, and it just hasn't been
That
added
would
to
be
the
nice.
game yet because Pixel hasn't decided on like how he wants to give it out. That's Drahuska getting to 16. But yeah, like there's a lot of annoying stuff that shows up at 27 because drawbridges lose walls at 27. Stairs lose walls at 27. The donut gets the hole in the middle. The wall of squares get replaced with the square mazes. The sliding bridges get replaced with the sliding bridge that has a corner on it. Which you could say is easier because the sliding bridge has a corner on it, but it becomes harder because
that
the
one
corner
jumps.
blocks you. That's a drop corner skip, Semaph. Oof.
Yeah, but the sliding
Yeah, it is,
bridge
and then
with the
landing
corner
back on the
moves
same time.
faster, so you still need to have control over it.
Yeah, no, if you just want to go through the bridge, the one with the corner is actually harder to get through because the corner like gets in the way. But yeah. Just getting to 17 levels done.
I think that's one of the sliding bridge with the corner is one of the more annoying sliding bridges because of the speed doesn't really make it all that easier, even with the corner from the bridge.
Yeah. As it gets faster, it becomes quite a big obstacle, especially when it doesn't stop. If the sliding bridge doesn't stop at the ends, it's very bad. Just a little bit of an awkward pyramid combo there, but she gets through it nicely. Semaph sending down his staircase. That's another level for Semaph, up to 15 now. And Drahuska dropping down the triple slopes. Semaph with a nice corner play there. Through the egg basket, straight down a staircase, on to the cradle. Barely making it in time, and Drahuska finishes on another level, on to 18 levels. And we have a bit under 18 minutes left. I am typing messages way too frequently, but it works. Yeah, as Drew was mentioning, maybe it's longer than the 10 minutes because Drew has saying she's getting a lot more marbles than the last 10 minutes. Because the last 10 minutes would just be me, TU, and yeah, me, TU, and Voco. Maybe Miss Squid. There'd be like 4 marbles, so it must be longer than 10-minute active chatter. But yeah, interesting. Semaph coming to the end here now. Semaph are both ending with a clock. 17 levels for Semaph and 19 levels for Drahuska. S curve for Drahuska and a drunk Steve for Semaph. Potential drop corner skip here for Semaph. Does he go for it? He goes for it and jumps over the gap as well. Getting 3 marbles all the way through. Just having to deal with a fence right here. But Semaph on to 18 levels. Drahuska's curve being a bit of a problem, but she managed to get them together into the S-curve. Alright. And Drahuska finishes off her level. On to 20 levels done. And Semaph getting through the X tile into Egg Basket down. S curve going through. The rating bridge lines up for Drahuska finally. And Semaph has a multi-curve to end for his 19th level done. Alrighty. The toolbars on Drahuska's side fully opens. Thankfully she has group stable enough that she can get through. Side steps next. She just peels over. Drop corner skip for Semaph. Nice clean group down at Drahuska going along the side of this pyramid and gets through nicely. Cradle timing looks pretty good for Drahuska. And I think there's a drop corner skip straight after. She's got a fairly easy one there that takes it either way. Ooh, Semaph going straight through the middle of that star and getting 3 all the way through it and to the end. Clean skip there from Semaph on the star. Going to 20 levels completed. Drahuska now going through the LTL, finishing off her 21st level. With cleanup now. 14 minutes remaining. With a 1 level gap. Semaph is closing a little bit with getting some faster level completions. Whether that is just him tilting faster, taking more risk, or whether it's been better levels, that is a mystery. Because I'm not going to give you the answer to that one. Semaph coming down these triple slopes, just going wide over the vents into the sliding bridge. Nice and clean. With the corner, going to have a small weight on that cradle. Semaph going over the donut into the bridge and then finishing up his 21st level. Cleaning up my marble. Drahuska squeezing around that vents from the, I feel the tile before. Down the bow tie and Drunk Steve finishing up her 22nd level. The rotating bridge forced Semaph into a keyhole. Nice and clean center. Had to do a small weight there. Drop corner into the switchback for Drahuska. A little bit of a cradle weight there for Drahuska. And Semaph taking the corner at the bottom of the switchback. Sliding ramps. And then hot tubs into Z-Bridge. Drahuska getting through a cradle into another set of sliding ramps. Hammer here should time out well with the hammer into LTL for Semaph. LTL for Drahuska with some vents behind. Semaph finishing up his 22nd level. Alrighty. Drahuska got these vents to the end of her 23rd level. Small jump there from Semaph on to the triple ramps, triple slopes through the ridge into a corner. Drahuska coming through here with her staircase 2 rhythm section with some sliding ramps to go. S curve for Semaph with the Drunk Steve over the pyramid for Drahuska with some more triple side steps. Hooks through for Semaph and he's onto his finish off his 23rd level as well. Drahuska coming through this ridge and finishing off her 24th. There, going just straight backwards and forth. Who's taking it with 11 minutes remaining? Semaph going a little bit wide of those hooks, but keeps a nice group together to go through the bow tie. Just killing us themselves in the keyhole, but gets a clean group into the switchback. And
So does the Sandbox have a maximum difficulty that it will let you put input?
21, which is the maximum difficulty the game gets to anyway, so you have every difficulty.
Oh.
But you can enter on the other two fields up to 9999, so you can technically tilt with 9999 marble. Oh, sorry, it's 1 under 1k marbles. 999 marbles. So finishing off, here's the level. You can also set
difficulty 21 is equivalent to 16.7?
60.
Is it even in the 60s?
It's just 60.
60. Oh, it's 60. Okay.
All right, Drahuska scuffing a level. Now they're neck and neck as Semaph was a little bit earlier to start his level. We'll just have to see how they go from here now. 4 through 5 into it for Drahuska.
So that means that if you manage to make it to level 60, you've essentially finished the game, and everything else is just bonus.
I mean, you still have to learn how to tilt those levels consistently because there's still a big variety in what you can get at those levels. But yes, the game doesn't get harder in terms of combos after that point. But yeah, you can also make the levels longer in the sandbox, and I tried doing that. Level 25.
So you could have a 1,000 tile level in the Sandbox?
Yes, I tried doing that, and it took the game, I think, like 30 seconds to a minute to load the level, and then I was running at like 10 FPS. So I wouldn't recommend it, but you can open a level that is that long. I don't know what it'll do to your computer, though. I don't think the computer very much likes it.
How many tiles does the game give you at level 100?
51 tiles right now.
Oh. And your computer is still okay with that amount?
Oh yeah, I mean you get 51 tiles from level 60. So
it doesn't change, like the amount of tiles is the same from level 60 as well.
Yeah, because the max difficulty is 21, and so that's the number of tiles that spawns with difficulty 21. At difficulty 25, you'd get 101 tiles, but difficulty 25 never shows. Oh, look, difficulty 26 has 101 tiles, but difficulty 26 never shows up right now. All right, so am I finishing another level?
I think only you and Curie actually make it to that difficulty with the occasional Jack anyways.
Yeah, it sums it up pretty accurately. Drahuska was going so well and just struggling now with in the last 10 minutes. Getting awkward timings and whatnot. Semaph had all his scuffs at the start and sort of consistently building back up. Miss Queens wouldn't recommend it either. You tried besides. Did you try generating like a 1,000 tile level Miss Queens? Yeah, that would be a bit of a struggle.
Imagine you do difficulty 21, 1,000 tiles, and somehow make scuff just before the 1,000th tile.
Yeah, the issue is because of the frame rate, the board rotates slower, so it's a very, very big struggle. You could probably do it on like the lower difficulties. And I think tilting through one of the low difficulties ends up being around about that's Drahuska and Semaph getting a level counting, so 27 for Semaph, 25 for Drahuska. But yeah, those levels, when it was 40 tiles long, it would take about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes to get through. So extrapolating that, it would be like...
I remember this combo from Club.
Yeah, it would be like 5 minutes for 100 tiles. And so... What? 50 minutes to do 1,000 at the lowest difficulty, assuming the game's running at proper speed. So if the game's running slower, you can something more than 50 minutes to do it. Probably like over an hour to do 1,000 tiles. Semaph passed that level, did he?
Someone should do difficulty 1, 1,000 tiles for science.
So did you pass that level? The one you just did?
I did.
Okay, thank you. I'm just like, I just barely didn't miss catch the end, so I was like, hang on. And Drahuska also passed her level, so we're down to 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Yeah, there's a few interesting things you can do. But because you don't get given a timer on Sandbox, I don't think it's particularly worthwhile trying to do the 1,000 tile level because there's like nothing to display that you finished it. So how can you tell between a 1,000 tile level and a shorter level? Because there's nowhere in the stats when you finish a level that tells you, hey, you finished a level that was this long and this difficulty. It's just like sends you back to the start. So
Sounds like we need to get more stats added to the sandbox.
I've already made a suggestion for that and no one's given feedback on it. So we're just stuck with a dead post in Discord because no one checks tilt discussion, apparently. I specifically made a discussion for this format. Technically, I used a old tilt feedback discussion, but I was basically directly talking about this format being like, here are some stats you could give us that would make this format like significantly nicer to run. Have like a end of level recap screen that tells you like how many marbles you saved, how long you took on the level. Because that would make my scorekeeping so much easier. Because I'm able to ask the tilts, hey, did you pass that level? Because if I miss it for like a split second, there's nothing up that will tell me. Where if they had like a small pop-up that like stuck around for just a small amount of time, I could catch it when they're at the start of the level again. But there's no stats when they're at the start of the level, so I'm like, well, I'm just stuck. But Drahuska passing a level on to 27 done. 5 minutes remaining.
Annoying.
That's like, this is all the stuff where I'm like, in theory, the RNG all matches out, and then you get stuff like this where you have to wait for like 30 seconds for Semaph, and the levels are like less than a minute long. So a 30-second wait there is like half a level.
So when it's at the beginning, you can better restart.
Yeah, I scuff instead of just reloading the level, but yes. I would prefer you not just to hard reset the level, but if you scuff in a weird way, nothing I can do about that. Unfortunately, Drahuska there losing, only getting one marble in. Does she have 2 saved? No, only 1 save. If she got 2 into the bucket, she could have recovered that, but unfortunately, only 1 got in. Next level of Drahuska. The camera didn't rotate properly for Drahuska there. It's a bit unfortunate. Drop corner skip for Drahuska. Under the drawbridge, and Semaph finishes off another level. Drahuska regrouping on those events and getting through. Semaph sliding through that squeegee and then through the Z bridge. Okay, I was like, where did Drahuska's marble go? Alright, the camera. It was following the back group while the front group went through another tight gap for Semaph to squeeze through. Uses the wall to realign, but only gets 2 through it. Can you get them back marble? Drahuska causing problems with Semaph's board. Can he keep her on? Oh my god, he... And we're back. Unfortunately, during that delay, they both scored 1 extra level, so let me fix that level up now. And that means the time is reset, hasn't it? Oh my god. I'm just gonna say 4 minutes, and we'll go with that. I think it's about accurate. Maybe it's a little bit under that, but...
Yeah. I just opened Semaph's stream only to get to meet with the most epic music in his background.
Yeah, no, I'm listening to that music. It was funny because I'm like, oh, I don't need to fix all my internet stuff because my internet's been so stable recently and then it freaking crashes. Like yesterday, I was like, do I need to set up an Ethernet cable for my internet? It's been really stable. and then it just crashes like the next morning. Like, really? Oh my god.
Is it possible that it just realized how epic Semaph's music is?
Yeah, maybe it just realized that. But yeah, it was very funny seeing the feedback from Daddy Sue asking for checkpoints. It's like, oh my god, asking for that now? We finally got a sandbox, and now you're asking for checkpoints. Like,
Well, at least for once, it's an actual ambassador other than IB pointing it out. So
I mean,
who knows? Maybe
do you not count?
Pixel will take note.
Do you not count Yusef?
Well, it's Yusuf and like, well, Yusuf. I don't know where Yusuf fits on Pixel's ambassador tier list.
Yeah, I don't know whether he doesn't have ambassador tier list either, but he literally organized a full meeting. Will either be music? No. You're all good, Squids. I only have Discord audio for the TU side. Discord audio and me is all of the audios on the TU side. I listen in on the streamers so that I can like catch anything if they have any questions or anything to type into chat. But today both Semaph and Drahuska are just in the call with me. So, they can technically ask or question anything they want. Just because they're quite good at muting and unmuting themselves, so there's no issues. Where for like new people, I'll often server mute them myself just so that if they want to listen in, they don't accidentally talk. Drahuska finishing off our level. We are at 1:40 left. Yeah, and as Drahuska said, she doesn't even mute herself. She just uses push to talk. It depends on what you're comfortable with, but generally I'll have the, if you want to listen in the commentary in the Discord, you can, but I'll mute you just so that we can keep consistency on the stream side. It's just Semaph and Drahuska are both tilted for like the entire time I've run TU, and they're like fairly good with it, so they get the perk of not being muted by me because they both have their own mutes set up. Yeah, you're good. The main thing is not having any alert boxes or anything that covers your entire screen. That's my biggest pet peeve, is people with just absolutely massive alert boxes that cover the entire screen, including the top left is the main one, because that's where all the stats are for the match. So if we're trying to do any formats that requires like recording stats, like we'll have in the next format with Marvel's match, that matters quite a bit because we want to be able to have those stats at all times that you see in the top corners. I try to highlight it with my mouse, but you can't see my mouse cursor. But yeah, the stuff that you have at the bottom of the screen, those little boxes. Drahuska finishing off a level with 20 seconds to spare. Yeah. If they're just small pop-ups that like cover like a small section of the screen, I'm totally fine with them. It's just the really big stuff that
It's the ones that block the stats at the top.
yeah, those are the main ones.
Mostly.
That's overtime. The time is technically not counting down, but I'll let them both finish these levels. They're not taking 5 minutes for a level, so they'll have. Okay, my stream is hating me right now. It's the annoying thing where OBS will disconnect and then refuse to reconnect. So I have to restart it, which restarts all the timers. So, that's great. I probably just have to make sure I look at the timer whenever I do that. But yeah, we're back. I think Drahuska finished her level and Semaph finished his level. So the results didn't change. Semaph finished up 3 levels ahead of Drahuska. But Drahuska was like 2 or 3 levels ahead at the start as well, so a bit of an unfortunate throw there with Drahuska, just some unfortunate scuff timings. But
That's skibbity.
yeah, you have to go for the skip sometimes. It's like calculated risk, and sometimes those don't go your way. But yeah, final result was 36 levels for Semaph, 33 levels for Drahuska. Well done, both of you. How do you find the format, Drahuska?
I mean, I like it, but yeah, with the camera, needing to click and everything is just a little bit weird.
Yeah.
So it takes time to get used to it.
Yeah, getting used to all the new stuff. There was actually a post in the playtest Discord saying that Pixels hopefully got a camera toggle fix in the playtest version right now, so we'll probably have a look at that shortly and see if that's actually working and then get it into live. But hopefully he does it this season. It doesn't leave it until next season. Because it could be a thing this entire season. But in terms of the like length of the match, do you think the 40 minutes was good?
I think it was good.
I think maybe like 30, 35, maybe a
Yeah.
little bit less.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I there's a balance to strike. I think you could go a little bit shorter because I think as you get into that sort of 30 plus minutes, it could get a little bit repetitive at that point. But also the more time gives you more time to come back. So yeah, it comes down to sort of what are the chances of people scuffing and what are there's room for people to get ahead or behind. How about you, Semaph? How did you find the length of the match and the sort of how it went?
Yeah, it was fun. Although it's the goal, it's not really that clear besides pushing levels and hoping for good levels. So
Yeah, I mean, I've asked for there to be some seeding in it so we could have people randomly generate the same levels as each other. And so hopefully that would make it possible to hopefully that'll make it possible to like get a little bit more fair in terms of that way. But anything else with it, Semaph? Any other comments?
I like the Sandbox idea to
Yeah.
practice certain combos or actually build crazy combos and maybe take some snippets from it.
Yes, if you click clear instead of random, you can just place in tiles and make your own combo.
So we go to a difficult 21 is max.
Yeah, difficulty one was max, and then you can just sort of place in your tiles.
So then we can do things like this. And really have to change the camera though.
Yeah, the camera's a bit wonky. It'll get tweaked, I think. There's a lot of other like
tiles.
Yeah, the tiles are like very dark in some cases. Oh yeah, nice Drahuska. Just going at
It's a
the
little weird.
yeah. Some of the stuff letting you do weird stuff is
How
nice.
many of these can we do?
If you just repeat the same one over and over again, you get a spiral downwards.
Then the finish somewhere. Okay.
You can just look at
Let's
Drahuska's
check.
board. She's oh my god.
Drahuska just broke it at that point.
Yeah, so you can drop from the top corner straight into the drop tile, skipping over the wall.
Oh.
At that point, Drahuska is making it a maze more than a tilt board.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay, let's do it again.
it was fun last time.
Is that even possible?
You'll do it with. Oh, you can do more bots, right?
Yeah, you can do more with bots.
500 is max, eh?
You can do 999.
No, 500 is maximum, I found.
If you do more than 5...
My computer doesn't really like it, though.
No,
Whee!
don't think so. We're going to be running into an ad shortly, so I'll probably send us onto the break so I can set up for the next match, but thank you both for playing and trying out the new format.
Thank you for hosting.
Yeah, I said I'll try and tweak it. We might try with a shorter match length in the future. I'll see. Try and figure out what works out.
Camera's still annoying.
Yeah, the camera likes following the main group, so you gotta keep the main group together. And so for some of this sort of crazier stuff, the main group won't always be exactly where you want it to be. As Drahuska says, that's why you need to tilt with only 5 marbles. Because with 5 marbles, you'll guarantee they stick together. But anyway, we got the break now, so we'll be back in a bit. Thank you all for being here.
It would be lovely to be able to save the levels you've built.
Yeah, hopefully we have a good way of doing those levels.
Like exporting levels and
See, I
saving
feel like
levels.
that would be the best way to bring the Steam
Anyway, I'm
Workshop
gonna
to
actually send this
marbles
into the
is
break
with-
now, so you guys won't be able to hear us anymore.